Live, yes. Hi, everyone. Let me turn this off. There we go. Oh, let me check this message. Sorry. Great. Okay. So let some people come on here for a second. And let me put this up a little bit. I just wanted to do a live reading. Let me put on some music for us before I get started. And let's see, what can we do today? How about just copyright free? Copyright free music. Hi, everyone. Hey, Brown Sugar. I just wanted to say hi to everyone on here. I'm going to go out for a birthday dinner with some actual colleagues or people I work with. I don't know if you call them colleagues. Kind of cool. And I thought about doing a reading, and I haven't been on here for so long. Okay, I'm just looking to see, and I have a moderator here. Hi. Because I'm probably going to need a moderator, to be honest. I haven't been bitchy or anything like that, but some people have been messaging me, and you get blocked when you send me some silly-ass messages. I mean, it feels good to block. It really does. It feels good to stand up for myself, and I take some time and think about it, and I'm like, no, it always feels better to say what's on my mind. And sometimes I even pull a few cards for the haters first type of thing, just to make sure, I'm not going out of line. Why am I drawn to this? So guys, I had this dream last night. I had a few. This is a real powerful time for manifesting. And to be honest, I have playlists up, okay? I have 3 new playlists that I've added some of this info that I try to teach you guys about fasting. The other playlist is for the karmic reads, and the other playlist is for like opening your mind up a little bit to new stuff. Now, I'm pretty sure I put these meditation videos there, and if I haven't, I'll do that tonight. But we have to switch up this way we're meditating. And some of us, we have blockages, right? So this is the thing. If you're not in union, you have a blockage. It's not hard to get into union because you do create your own reality. And it is so true. And from what I've taken from different teachers, if you're not where you want to be, you have blockages. And from what I've taken, I think it's best to just ignore what you want in that case. So just be like, fuck it. I'd be like, I don't even want it. Because you can't focus on something that you want so bad when you have a blockage, or you're not going to get it. So just from what I'm learning, I'm going to say to you, if you're not where you want to be right now, it's time to just put it on the shelf and go focus on something that makes you real happy. Because, hi, Jamie, do we have a reading coming up, I believe, Friday night, if that's you. But I believe that it's time to put it on the shelf because that's the best spot for it. At least you're not focusing on something you don't truly believe in. And when your true belief is that, it's never going to happen, and you know it deep down inside, even though you might not want to face it, but you know it deep down inside because you're, first of all, not there yet. Oh, it's not you, Jamie. Okay, it's a different one. But you also might catch yourself arguing. You might catch yourself crying. Well, why are you crying? I'll tell you why. Because you're hurt still. There's still something in there that's hurting you, right? So I'm just telling you, if you're not where you want to be just yet, you might want to look into putting it up on the shelf and forgetting about it for a bit and just getting happy. Get happy. I have my crystals. My mom brought me all these new gems and huge rocks. And my mom, she doesn't buy them because she doesn't have money to go spend on those things. She literally goes to like the middle of nowhere and climbs these mountains with people. She hasn't done it for a few years because she's had some injuries now. And apparently they push boulders down the hills and all this stuff, and they break into pieces because they're too big to carry. But like, she has quartz crystal. She has this beautiful one. She has rose crystal. I don't even know what this one is, but she knows what it is. And there's green in there. You can't see the green, but it's amazing. So I put some here. I put some in my bedroom. And when I had my dream last night, I literally slept with one of the quartz crystals. It was huge. It's bigger than this one. And my dream was all about manifesting. And that's how I know. Hi, Christina. That's how I know right now for everyone. And it's not just that. Like, I've gotten other messages, like just like, you know how I get my messages. I hear people talking and stuff, saying like, this is a time of manifestation. And I truly, truly, truly believe it. Because I literally manifested myself somewhere in my dream, and I was talking to them about it, and I was with a group of professional manifestors. One of them was a positive manifester. So she was manifesting great things like myself. And the other one was like her sister, but I don't know if they were sisters, but they all lived in the same household, this beautiful mansion. We were all living there. And I was doing dishes. And I do that because I clean. And this is actually a way that I manifest, is when I'm cleaning. So it's no coincidence that I was doing the dishes and we were all chatting and standing there. And the other girl, the other sister, she wasn't an evil girl. She had just messed up her manifestations. So I can't really remember exactly what she did, but she was a professional manifester, but she had lost a lot of what she manifested and she came back home to rebuild. So I think the message there is, even if you manifest something and then you lose it or something like that, you can redo it. Okay. You can't miss out with that stuff. So let's see what the messages are here. I feel like pulling a moon card just to get a message from here, because these messages can be, I don't even know what this deck is called, because everyone's going to ask. Guys, I'll try to mention them. I'll try to, but honestly, it sometimes takes away from my energy to even like do all this. Okay, I think this one, here, you guys can look it up yourselves. I'm not even going to say the name because people are just messaging me when I even say the name. Why are you still messaging me for the name? You didn't watch my video then. But you want me to like go email you, look for the name. Okay, here we go. Oh, beautiful. Okay, first two cards we have. So this tells us about the actual moon in certain signs. And I'll mention these signs, but looky here, we have new moon in both of these, right? One is Capricorn, one is Aquarius. The next new moon is not until May the 5th, or no, May 4th. So you may want to use this to your advantage. So it says your hard work is paying off and bring love into the situation. So whatever you're doing, just make sure you go about it with love. That's obvious, right? Thank you so much. If you don't, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Some people, I guess if I've already blocked you, you can't message. Yay. I don't care. I love it because I don't care about that anymore. But if I've already blocked you, why are you trying to message me still? That's the nice thing. If I block someone, I'm sorry if some people have been blocked and you weren't even bad or saying anything bad. Sometimes there's mistakes and my moderators might block you. And I trust in my moderators, and if they don't like it, then I back them up. That's all. So let's just see what's going on here. Ooh, it didn't even show its face. Surprise, surprise. I need some lipstick on. 10 of Cups. Ooh, and at the bottom we have the Tower. It's kind of like the bipolar energy, right? In the sense that like you don't get to your 10 of Cups without going through this. And where did I see that? I saw someone on like Instagram or something, and they said something. Oh, it was this girl. She's not my type of girl, but she had a few good things to say. And one of the things she said is the way, how do you shine? Something like that. Like, how do you become the brightest star? By having a lot of F and darkness. So going through a lot of F and darkness. And I'm sure she went through a lot of darkness, this girl. But yeah, it's true. To get there, it's true. How else would you appreciate it? How else would you know? Yay. Okay, let's see. I want to get 2 more cards and then we'll like look into this. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you. King of Cups here. Interesting. And we have, I'm taking them together. Oh, there's 3 cards here. Okay. So we have this energy of the 3 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So what this is telling me, with strength on the bottom, and I'm not going to pull any more. Ooh, we have a lot of strong energy there. I'm going to leave those on the side and just focus here what we have. So first of all, we have this. And why do I keep on wanting to say Tower moment? The Tower moment has passed, but there's been a strong investment because of it. It's like you've loved yourself more now. You love yourself more now. So this is what's coming your way. When is this happening for? Who knows? Probably for you guys on here. Thank you so much. Are you? That's so funny. Thank you so much for being on here. First of all, for subscribing, for liking. Thank you so much. But probably, you know, especially if you're on here right now, because this is just prompt 2. I'm going to be heading out soon. And I just felt like I needed to give a reading, you know, because I haven't been on here live and I get really good energy from you guys. So this is like and it's so true though. When do you love yourself the most? I'll tell you when you're sick, when you're ill, when you're deeply depressed, because you hit the rock bottom and you have to. You have to. If you're not going to kill yourself, then the only other option is to start loving yourself. And most gurus will tell you people start actually getting truly spiritual once they're really ill or something that's really bad has happened. And this is what I'm feeling here. It's like now you've invested in yourself. You've invested so much in yourself now because you've made it through that tower moment. And guess what? If you've invested in yourself and if you have this energy, sure, 10 of Cups can be the completion. Yeah, it's the completion of bullshit. It's the completion of your old ways of thinking you've gone through. So if you've gotten to that part and we even go from a 10 to a 1, well, guess what happens here? Not only are you communicating your truth, but once you start communicating your truth, the truth starts getting communicated right back to you. This is what I'm talking about, this manifesting. Ooh, it's good. Oh, I was listening to a girl last night. I really want to save her, but she's very controversial. She's on Luda. She was a guest on Luda. I don't know her last name, Luda. And she was about sexual energy and all of this stuff. And people were hating on her. And it's like, shut up. Everyone has the right to say what they know, especially what they've experienced. So it's like this. Once you started communicating with yourself truthfully, obviously you're in a happier place. And guess what happens? It's not about the other person because you've turned it on to yourself and you give out the truth now and you're honestly happy. Someone finally gets to come in and be honest and happy with you. So we have this King of Cups energy. And I'm not saying it's a water sign. It doesn't have to be a water sign at all. It's an energy sign. And the energy about this is, for me, someone who's finally ready to open up. They're finally ready to take that. I always look at this like a little mini wand. I don't know why he has a little baton or whatever the heck this is here, because he's a King of Cups, but he always has this thing. I think it's for protection. But see how he's leaning forward? It's like, and he has his leg crossed. I have my leg crossed right now. It's almost like he's getting a little softer. He's not very stern. Like, you know, you never see the King of Swords with his legs crossed at all, right? He's ready for battle. This guy's kind of softening up, moving forward, getting closer, getting ready to express. And I'm not just going to say it's a King of Cups. It's probably a lot of people that are going to come towards you once you start opening up and you start getting into this awesome spot that we have there. They're going to come towards you. So now let's see what we have here. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I really, really feel like this person, so I feel right now, like the other ones, like us, we could say, you pick whichever side you're relating to. I feel like we're holding this Queen of Wands energy. And why I feel that is because, first of all, Wands can, for me, sometimes represent divine love. But it's not just that I'm noticing. We've tamed the darkness. We still have the darkness, and that's absolutely fine because no one's perfect. And that's why I said, put your darkness on the shelf if you have to, if it's too much of a focus. But the other thing I always notice here is this is the cat returning, right? Oh, thank you so much for that. Dana, hi. Thank you so much for that. This is about the darkness, or not the darkness. Well, yeah, it's about taming our darkness. But this is also my card about the return, right? And, you know, now when I say that, interestingly enough, this person returning could be the darkness or someone that's hurt you in the past. But I don't feel like that. Sure, it might be the person that hurt you in the past returning. But more what I'm picking up is this person is kind of matching you on your level now. We have a king here. So it's beautiful that we don't have another king here. And it's showing up as a knight because it's showing movement. Because you don't see kings moving. They're always sitting there. So it has to tell us there's a combined energy here with this man. And the fact, I feel like these cards kind of came out in the reverse way to read them. And the fact is, I think that this person is ready to make a difference. He's ready to make, I was going to say a donation. It's money, right? But he's ready to do the work. He's ready to sculpt a new sculpture. Like this guy's actually nailing a sculpture. Like he's moving, I don't know how we call this. Like he's chipping away at rocks. And the other thing I picked up, which I should have said a long time ago, is that he's ready to do this openly. There's other people there. He doesn't give a damn what they think. And this is the best energy of all. So let's enjoy that. I'm going to pull us some cards from this new deck. I was going to get 2 new decks the other day. This one really called to me, and the price was really good. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to walk out of here without it. I was at the bookstore. And I want to get more. I just want to create my own deck. And that's something I've been saying for a while. And I've started it. And I did make my own mini deck. But it's just not exactly what I want. I don't know where my mini deck is. Oh, there it is. Here. This is my mini deck. And the card that's showing right now is the best feeling. So just go for that best feeling. See, my cards actually do make some sense. Queen of the grind. You know what that is? That's that Queen of Wands energy. That's the queen that takes action. So there you go. Go for your best feeling and go for it. Actually go for whatever it is. That's the truth. I love this message right now. I need that because I'm about to go out and have dinner with people and see how I dress nice. And I'm like, you know, if you listen to this girl yesterday, the thing she says to do, like, no wonder people don't have their divine masculine. Go your next date. You need to listen to this lady first. And she was just the thing she was saying. And you know what I loved about her is she said, you know, like she doesn't comment on people hating on her. She doesn't care. But she's like, I actually speak from advice. And a lot of the doctors out there, they've never experimented what they're teaching or what they've learned. Like they're not even firsthand advice with that. And she's like, I have a successful business. I'm wealthy. I have marriage. I have my partner. So I'm telling you from advice. And I love that because it's true. For her, I'm going to try and find the video. I know I saved it, but there's a lot of controversial stuff on there. I don't care. I'm going to post it. You take it how you want it. You don't have to not like me because of it. There's a lot of controversial stuff on there. Yeah, it does drain you, right? And that's the thing. And that's why some people I've had to literally comment back to them to get my energy back. Otherwise, I sit there and think about it. And I'm like, that girl really annoyed me what she said. Like, it's usually females, to be honest. With my emails, it's usually when I get the emails, it's usually females. And I'll be like, oh, that one really annoyed me, you know? Like, gosh. And like, I'm like, try to be nice. And then I'm like, fuck it. As soon as I respond, I feel better. I'm like, good. I took it off of my chest. But that's probably a lesson I have to learn as well. So reflections, here we go. Life tends to mirror back to us our internal experiences through subtle signals we send out. And it's so true. If you want to change your world, first change your mind. And it's so true. And even if you snap back at someone, snap back at them, enjoying it. Honestly, like in a sense, like do it from your heart, speak honestly, give them a little advice while you're at it, and do it with confidence and like do it from the heart. Don't do it petty. Don't be petty. Don't be a Miss Petty. Be honest. Be like, you're bothering me, and I think that you need to understand what your actions are doing. Like, don't bother with me because you're not going to affect my circle, and I don't need you in here. Goodbye. Good day. Because we do get a reflection back to us, and that's the honest to God truth. So someone might be honest with me now because I was honest with someone, and guess what? I'm going to take it. I'm not going to snap back at them necessarily if they're not rude. And that's the truth. I've always been someone. If someone says something honest to me, I'm like, you're right. Like, or I don't necessarily say you're right, depending on the person, but I'll be like, I'll just be like, whatever, you know, and take it in and think about it. But it's that quick. Like things can actually come that quick. That's why I try to be honest when I get snappy. I don't get petty. I get honest. Potential. You have so much more than you know. So explore it. Use it, go on and amaze yourself, right? We know that. And lighting the darkness, sorry. And this is the truth. How else does the stars shine? Oh, my dream. I don't know if I mentioned my first dream to you guys. I'll mention it in a second. The human hand can build a fire to light a home, but the light from a loving heart can illuminate the world. This is my dream. So in my dream, and this is why I did that card reading this morning about the world card from yesterday, because it was a message for everyone. I know it. I woke up hearing the song in my head, Beautiful. You know that Beautiful song? And it kept on playing over and over. And it's not just for me. I've let that stuff go. I'm not trying to get anyone back in my life anymore. I've let those things go. I'm moving forward. But it's for the collective. And in my dream, the first part of my dream, I have multiple dreams at night. The first dream that I was remembering, and it was so beautiful, it was just like that card of the man in the world card there and standing on the ledge of something. I didn't see what ledge I was standing on. All I saw was all I saw was forward. I know it was me, or maybe it was whoever, but I know it was me because it was me. And all there was blackness with a million stars. There was just a million stars. And I kept on hearing, you are my world. You are my world. And so that was the first dream. And I'm surprised I didn't forget it, but I didn't forget it because that's a message for everyone. There was like a million stars. It was so beautiful. But this is basically what it was, except it was all pitch black. I didn't even see myself, but a million lights in the sky, way more than this. But this is the message, like you are someone's world. No matter what, you are someone's world. And there is someone out there that's perfect for you. And trust me, like I need to put that lady's video on. You're going to have, you listen to her advice, you're going to have like 20 guys up in your face. Now, it's really interesting that those two came together and perfect because we don't need them coming separately. The combined message, beautiful. So these two came together. Great for you. Some people have to work on their forgiveness and learning. Yes. Some people, I really feel like this is some people's partner that they want. They're having issues with forgiving and learning themselves. And that's a big thing here. A lot of these masculines are actually, they need to forgive themselves. It's like, you know what I mean? Hidden for true love for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A lot of these people, like the masculines specifically, and it's like, you know, the feminine is there begging for them to be like, wake up, wake up, wake up. Like, I'm not holding anything against you. I forgive you, but it's not about you. It's actually about them not forgiving themselves. So they have issues to deal with, understandably. Some of them are religious factors, but you know, more than religious factors, what I pick up, it's like they feel they have to be some way, or they feel they have to be with someone or some type of person. Well, have fun with that. But you know, I really feel like they're working on that. Cool. In the meantime. So this is saying for some of you, now this is two messages. My new love card for me is not always about an actual new love. It can be about the person coming back brand new, because you don't want your old version of your old masculine anyways. You want the one that has forgiven himself. You don't want the one that has forgiveness issues and all of that stuff, right? You want the new one, as in the new him, the new version of himself. And no matter if it's a new person or if it's the old person who's coming back new, there's going to be chemistry between you and this person. And this is what's your future. This is what your future is holding. There's going to be magic. For some of you, it's going to be a surprise. You're going to meet someone, or it could just even be your masculine or whoever it is that's on your mind coming back. And you're like, I didn't even realize we had this much magic. Because a lot of us, we met this person that we know is, you know, someone we're meant to meet, our partner, or whatever you want to call them, divine soul, whatever. And we didn't really get a chance to tap into all the magic because they ran. And that's the truth. I do readings, right? So like I talk to a lot of people, and this is a very straight line story for many people. We met, it was amazing, and friggin' gone out. And so the issue is that you actually never even got to show them how much magic you hold. And a lot of you want to actually show this person. And a lot of you have changed so much. You have so much more magic now. And you probably think about it sometimes like, will they ever get to know the new me? Because it's not just about them being new. It's a new version of yourself. It's new love. And that's the truth, actually. It's not just about a new person. It's like two new people. And, you know, it will happen when and if it's meant to happen. And if not, you got this magic now. So take that and have fun and enjoy it, right? It's so true, though, because I never even thought of that. A lot of the feminines, and I'm picking it up, and the masculines, because it's like the feminine's holding it. It's almost like that Queen of Swords, like she's pulling it up, and the masculine's working with it too. So you guys have both created some magic here. Are you going to get to bring it together? I really hope so. It would be real beautiful if you could, but it doesn't matter. No one can take your magic from you. So whoever this person is coming in, and you're already new now, like, look at, she's wearing her old stuff, right? Because he doesn't know. He doesn't know what's in there. He's thinking it's the old her still, and he's still in love. But little does he know, this one, she's gotten her mind, body, and soul in check now. And underneath that is like the fanciest lingerie ever. She's really done a good job. So keep that in mind, everyone. Hi, I wish I spoke Russian. I'm pretty sure that's Russian. People that don't only see relationship shit. Let's get some lotto numbers. Yeah, you know, that'd be interesting. I wish. If I had those lotto numbers, I stopped playing the lottery. Yeah, that's all I can say about that is I stopped. You know, the only time I truly won is when I played. I don't play it anymore. I don't care anymore because I feel like I'm lucky, and I feel like what's meant to come for me will come for me one way or another. is when I play the instant ones where you just give them money and they pull your numbers right there, your cards right there, and then you win. And the most I've won is like over 100. And it was when I was first started my channel and I came on here and did an hour tarot read. I was like, the universe paid for me to be here. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice. I'm doing a lot more career readings, which is really interesting. And maybe I'll incorporate that sometime. But my viewers seem to like love and karmic issues, and I'm absolutely fine with that. And I don't know. I would like to do maybe pick-a-cards more often. I'm really enjoying pick-a-card readings, and I think that they're awesome because you actually get to work on your intuition. And when I pick a card, I don't care if there's 2 choices or 5 choices. I stick with it, and that message is always for me. It's always so specific. So you don't doubt it with the pick-a-cards, and it practices your like brain energy. And the way I do it, I'll tell you this. When I do the pick-a-card readings this is my like fun thing to do in the middle of the night. I'll see someone, like a new person, I don't even know them or anything about them. And it says like, pick a card. Let's just say it's 1 to 5 or what, it doesn't matter what the number is. Wherever my eyes go, and even if I don't see the card there yet because a commercial's playing or something, but let's just say I know it's like on this part of my screen, I go for that card that's on that part of the screen. And I just stick with it. So, and it's always right. And if there's been one time, it was a person I've never watched before, I don't know her. I can't even think of who she was. And I checked on 2 of her videos, but she didn't resonate with me at all because on the first deck, I didn't get it. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with me. And I checked there was 2 decks. I remember them. And I checked the second one and it didn't resonate at all. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm off, but I'm never off on my pick-a-cards. So I went to a different video and I tried again and it wasn't for me. It just wasn't. So I was like, me and her just don't resonate. Cool. But I'm sure hundreds or thousands of people did resonate with her. And yeah, so that's how I like the pick-a-cards. But I really wanted to get monthly started today, but I did so many recordings today already. And a live reading, and it drained me so much. I had to take a nap and then I had to get ready. And but my monthlies for the rest of the month, at least I guess it will be from the 11th to the 21st, if I can do them tonight. If I don't drink, which I probably won't because I don't drink and I don't want to drink. If I have a glass of wine, I guess like I'll do it. But my friends, like, they're drinkers, right? In a sense, like they'll have like 10 bottles of wine there. And it's not that I want to, but it's like, I'm going to live. And I don't want to drink though, because I'm actually clearing my system up and I don't know the last time that I did drink. But if I come back and I have energy because I don't sleep anyways, what the heck am I trying to fight it for? I didn't go to sleep yesterday. I finally slept at 3, I think around there. And for me, that was a huge, like that sleep. I was like, yes. And I woke up at, I think it was 10 around there. So I was like really happy with that because usually I'm not going to bed until about 5 in the morning and then waking up at 10. Thank God I'm in a position I can do that because there was a time in my life that wasn't ever going to be happening. So I would be, not good. But if I can come back tonight, the readings I'm going to do for the monthlies, I want to do pick a card reading for each month. So I'm going to do two choices like A and B. And, Gemini, A or B, and you pick. And I was thinking even like maybe in a month or near the end of the month, go back and see if the other one's for you or something like that. But you don't have to do that. But more importantly, I want to do pick a card for the monthlies. So that's what I'm excited about. Yeah, I'm real. Like, you know what? I don't even smoke marijuana anymore. I'm loving life. I've smoked marijuana too long, and I'm so glad that I took my trip to Mexico. My whole body has been detoxing ever since. And I'm doing, the dry fasting. And that was one of the comments I got on my emails. And it's like, I know people don't understand dry fasting, but just look into it before you speak or before you say something about it. Because honestly, I have actually healed myself. And I'll tell you an example. Once I was really, really sick and I just had a flu, but I was so sick, I didn't eat. And I had very minimal water for 3 days. And that is actually, if you have a really strong illness, 3 days is like what I've heard the maximum you go, dry fasting. And it's where you usually don't have any water. Now, I'm not saying do 3 days. I'm not saying do 24. And I'm saying do your research, first of all, because there's levels to this shit. But naturally, my body didn't want anything. I stayed on the couch. I remember my friend was coming over to check on me. And like, I couldn't move. But 3 days, after 3 days, I remember I woke up and I was like a whole new person. Dry fasting actually can starve any illnesses you have. And I don't recommend it. I'm saying this is for me. I've done all these different fasts for over 10 years now. The harshest fast I've ever done, and people have died on it, is the grape juice fast. And now I incorporate that in my daily, like when I broke my dry fast today, I broke it with grape juice. And the way I do that is I literally take grapes and some water and blend them and make juice out of it. I don't filter it, and I just drink it. I used to buy it, but it's cheaper for me to do it. I like doing stuff at home. I'm getting so into eating at home because I get to eat with my hands, and I don't want to friggin' eat with a fork and knife anymore, to be honest. So anyhow, the grape juice fast was the most intense. And I remember the first day on my cleanse, and the farthest I've ever gone is only about 7 days. But I have friends that have done it for 40 days, for even more. And I hear about people doing it for a year easily. And you can do this. Your body actually, for me, my body usually feels better the less I eat, not drink, but eat. And so the grape juice cleanse on the first day, I remember I was on Instagram. And I was like, it was like sometime in the morning, and I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna go to the hospital, everyone. Like, my head, everything, my body, like I thought I was gonna die. And then that's when someone said, did you read the grape juice cleanse book yet? And I'm like, no, I just did some research. That's why it's so important. But he's like, don't break it with certain things. And that's why you got to do your research before you do any cleanse. Even the dry fasting is fairly new to me. Like I've done this and I've known about it because of my firsthand experience, but to actually incorporate it into my day is different, and it's amazing. I'm getting red. You wouldn't believe the stuff that's coming out of my body. I can't even believe it. I'm like, this is old shit. And there's a guy on there, Dr. Morris, on my playlist. I have a playlist up there, and he talks about everything. Watch his videos. They're hours long of videos. You can learn so much. I know people don't like to hear people talking, but a lot of the research I've done personally, whether it be for anything, you have to listen to the person talk for like an hour about themselves, but you learn so much from those little tidbits and take notes and then go research their little like conversation with themselves, right? So Dr. Morris, he's on there and he talks about all this stuff. And he says we have stuff, let's just say you had chemotherapy. Let's just say when you were a baby, your mom, the doctor told her to give you prescriptions and you were taking them. These things will come out of your body up to 20, 30, 40 years later. I taste stuff. I know I'm tasting it because it's very chemical. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm tasting this stuff coming out of me. You'll smell it coming out of your pores when you do cleanses. And it's scary. He has pictures of the stuff that comes out of people's bodies and like black sludge. But yeah, like I'm not going to talk about what's come out of my body because it's just too gross. But when I see some of it, I'm like, I'm like, that had to have been like plaque, like stuck on me somewhere, and it's scary. But this is all part of getting to spirituality. And that's what Dr. Morris talks about. He's like, to get to that level, you have to release all this shit from your body. And that's why he's a big advocate for fruit. You don't have to do fruit if you don't want to, because if it doesn't make you happy, then there's no point. Because I swear there was this like test done. They fed people hot dogs and they fed people vitamins, like not vitamins, but like healthy food. But the people eating the healthy food didn't want to eat it. And the people eating the hot dogs wanted to eat it. I don't know if they had condiments on it or what, because I don't know how they got vitamins. But apparently the people with the hot dogs did better. Because because they enjoyed their food. So it really comes down to doing what you enjoy, but it's also in moderation. And remember, I had quit coffee and then I was kind of sneaking a coffee here and there. And that's when issues started coming back up. And like, there's a guy on my playlist. Listen to him. It's an Indian man. Listen to that one video. I think it's about an hour long. He's having an interview and he talks about coffee, garlic, onions. And honestly, it's true because I'm walking proof of that. You can't overdo. I know a woman in my family. She eats garlic every day of her life. And I know it's healthy for you, but it's actually medicinal. You don't take a prescription every day of your life. You literally will numb your nervous system. And the lady who I'm talking about, she's my family. And there's no point in telling her because she's never going to listen to me. But she's having issues now, big time. And she's older. She looks really young for her age. Sure, I don't know if it was the garlic or what, but she's having a lot of issues right now. So it's something to keep in mind and to test yourself. And he said, like, I'm not telling you not to do anything. He's like, just if you need to do something every day, you need to look at that. And it's true, even for coffee. If you need a coffee every day to be awake, it's not, first of all, coffee is not healthy. It all goes down to the neurological system is what he's talking about, like the garlic and the coffee and the onions and the peppers, hot peppers, people that love hot sauce, right? That's me in a sense. I take my breaks from it. But you're stimulating your nervous system. And if you stimulate it too much, you even lose your senses to the world, he said. He's like, why do you think animals can tell when a storm is coming? It's because their nervous system, everything is like functioning properly. They're not eating garlic every day and coffee every day. So they're in touch with life, your life force. So check out the playlist I have there. I believe he's under the one, Open Your Mind. I think he's under two, the health one and the Open Your Mind one. And, you know, I have some manifesting people there, but I don't have to put a whole bunch of videos, because once I put one video, you guys can go and do the rest of the research. You guys go look up their YouTube channel. I found a new girl I love, and, you know, like, what she says makes so much sense to me. I don't care what anyone says about the way she looks or anything. It doesn't freaking matter. And I hate when people make comments on my whatever and say something about she's ugly. Not me. Like, they're talking about the other woman. And it's like, don't you know, looks don't matter. They really don't. We all should know this by now. How many times do we see a real handsome man with a girl that we would probably think isn't beautiful? Okay, looks don't freaking matter. They don't. Just keep it at that. So when someone says something like that, I get so offended. And then I say what I have to say and I block them. They can still watch, but they can't comment. Because it's just like, that's the most petty thing I've ever heard. So anyhow, if you haven't learned that yet, that looks don't matter, you need to work on some shit to get where you need to get. And that's the truth. Anthony, let's see what Anthony's talking about here. Anthony, okay, report him. I just put like the nastiest thing, like he's doing pornography. I can't ball. Hi, everyone. Okay, let's see what's going on here. You know what the best part is about live? Anyhow, everyone, my reading is pretty much over because I have a dinner to get to. But the best thing about lives is that I get to block people that don't normally make comments on my description. But once I block them, they're usually gone for good, which is awesome, permanently. So you all have a really good day. And I just always am like, they have pornography. Because it's the easiest one to do, is just saying like pornography. And yeah, just cool. And everyone else, just keep yourself happy. Keep yourself safe from all of these haters, because you all have them. And you know what? I never really knew I had them until I came on here. But that's the best thing ever, because it makes you feel a little bit like people took the time to say that. Whoa. But yeah, I think secretly we have someone hating all the time. You're welcome, everyone. And yeah, thank you so much. I'm just going to enjoy my life. And it's actually one of the people's birthdays. I don't know if I mentioned that. The people I work with. So it's his birthday. His wife will be there. And who knows? They're really good people. So who knows who else will be there? Who knows who I'll meet? And who knows, right? I'm just going to have an enjoyable night. Okay, bye, everyone. Thank you so much. And ciao for now.